To many people, Gears of War 2 is the best campaign and story that the franchise has to offer. A game that took everything from the prequel story and made it bigger, badder, and better. Gears of War 2 has just turned 15 years old. Yes, I feel old too. 15 years old. But this is a game that has become timeless, a masterpiece, and an art form that will never, ever be forgotten. As always, I'm your host Abz, and I'm going to compile every reason into one video as to why many fans, including myself, are adamant that Gears of War 2 needs a remaster. Graphical changes. Although I truly do believe that Gears of War 2 is timeless, that is in reference to the story, the characters, the level design, and so on. It's so good that the players returning to the game can overlook graphical issues many years later because of how fun and immersive the game and the story is. However, for new players entering the franchise for the first time, or to appeal to the new generation of gamers, you need a nice new coat of paint. The textures need updating, the character and enemy models need updating, maybe a bit of colour correction here and there, and maximising the use of Unreal Engine 5's technology. Back in 2008, Epic Games released Gears 2, which was built on Unreal Engine 3, and at the time this was the benchmark. But now, 15 years later, that's pretty much nothing compared to what is now available and possible at the developer's disposal. We also need the cutscenes in 4K 60. That would be an absolute dream, to watch the epic cutscene of Gears 2 in the best resolution. Watching the cutscenes in 4K 60 would really feel to me like I would be playing it for the first time. Of course, improving the visuals of Gears 2 would not hinder any other areas of the game, so it's a win-win situation. Gameplay smoothness. Gears of War 2's core gameplay is of course third person, cover based, with different unique level designs, set pieces, and mechanics. I would never change any of this at all, however it does need ironing out a bit. Gears of War 2, compared to Gears 1 and 3's gameplay, was definitely a lot more clunkier, getting stuck on edges of cover when you press to roll away so many times. It's quite choppy and nowhere near as smooth as it should have been. There are still many glitches, problems with the AIs, whether it's your teammates or enemies, and so on. A remaster has to solve this issue. I'm not saying rework any mechanics or add new features, which may or may not be received well. This is a case of smoothing out the existing gameplay experience for the gamers, new and old. Dedicated servers. Gears 2 multiplayer is so iconic that you can find ranked games of Guardian in seconds, 15 years later. But even though it's nostalgic and enjoyable for those that grew up on the game like myself, for new players or just other legacy players returning, it can be a shocking experience because there are no dedicated servers. It's all about host advantage. A Gears 2 remaster needs dedicated servers for its multiplayer, allowing high quality performance, and making sure glitches, lag, and losing connection to the host will be a thing of the past. It'll be smoother, more enjoyable, and everything will completely come down to skill. It won't come down to who has host or who's exploiting a glitch or something like that. I just look at how many people play Gears 2 multiplayer right now without dedicated servers, and that just shows the commitment to the game for all these years. With dedicated servers, I do believe that the multiplayer will be really populated and will stay populated for a really, really long time. PC and Steam. It is an absolute crime that Gears of War 2 is not on PC or Steam. We need answers, and we need action. There is such a huge market of gamers on PC and Steam, so to not have the best Gears of War story on there is ridiculous, and this is something that should have been done years ago. But I guess it's not too late. Better late than never, right? Let's get it on Steam, and the reviews and charts will speak for themselves. I have no doubt in that at all. There are many legacy players who have moved to PC, but more importantly, so many PC gamers that have probably never played Gears of War 2 or Gears at all. So let's introduce these people to the franchise and grow the game through these different avenues that were not properly capitalized on years prior. This is a must. Added features. Even though I believe that there shouldn't be any major added features that drastically change the gameplay and so on, but there should be some new features that just help the gameplay experience and the longevity of the community. Features like a lobby browser, so players can see which custom horde or multiplayer games people are playing that they want to join. Or even lobby browsers for the campaign may be an idea as well, for those that want to play co-op. I think a forge mode or map editor would be huge for the community, to really get hands on, and to let them have control of the game's future with so much user-generated content. Allow the fans to make lots of new maps or modes with the levels and set pieces available. Me personally, I would love to see someone make a multiplayer map based on the Riftworm. That would be really cool. New content. I wouldn't just stop there with dropping the remaster and then calling it a day. I do think they can do a lot more with it. Adding any cut content from Gears 2's development cycle first and foremost. Maybe add the new characters from Gears 3 and the Realm Shadow DLC, since they obviously weren't there because Gears 2 came before. There's a lot more they can do within the boundaries, of course. You don't want to go overboard and start adding lots of stuff that isn't going to fit the theme of the game. Maybe even adding another mode for Horde, if anyone wants to play Gears 3 style Horde with the Lambent and fortifications, but with Gears 2 gameplay. Maybe bringing Beast mode to Gears 2, that would be really fun. I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas, but what I do know is that there's definitely a lot of cool stuff that they can do with it. So that concludes this video, and my friends, I hope you agree as to why Gears of War 2 needs and deserves a remaster, which I do believe is cooking, based off everything we've heard over the last months. However, only time will tell. Drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and a special thank you to the YouTube and Patreon members for your extra support of me and the channel. Thank you so much, I really do appreciate all of you. I'm your host Abz, and as always, I will catch you guys next time.